Hey, if you're new here, we're the Leopard family and we live full-time in our caravan travelling around Aotearoa, New Zealand, having adventures in the wild and making memories as a family. We've been camping out at the Mavora Lakes, a stunning spot in the deep south of New Zealand. But we're parting ways with the caravan for a night and heading into the backcountry, tramping to Kiwiburn Hut, which is a really easy hike for families unless the weather is not on your side. It rained the entire way for us. But let's go back to the beginning and start this vlog when it wasn't raining. Right, spontaneous tramping overnight hike. We're going to the Kiwiburn flat hut. Is that it?
Yeah, it says it's great for kids, so let's go.
Yeah, it's a bit windy out there, but there was a forecast for a few showers today, but nothing's eventuated, so it should be a pretty easy walk following along the Mavora River. So we're going to go and do an overnight up to the hut. The kids are just too excited, eh kids?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that seems so exciting.
We are very, very excited. We're just focused. Yeah, we're focused. We're concentrating.
We don't have loads of food left, so we're making some wraps to have for dinner. We're going to make them here to take. We've got some noodles, we've got some cereal and some like UHT, like lifelong milk that we'll take for cereal tomorrow. And we've got a few snacks. So once all the bags were packed, it was time to chuck them into the back of the truck to get ready to head off. Alright, we're on the road. Good thing for us, it's only a short drive, like 4 kilometres. There's 2 start entrances for this track. One of them is 10 kilometres, and the other one's about 4.5 kilometres to get to the hut. So it's a pretty good, user-friendly one for families, especially if you've got small kids. So we had planned the longer option until the rain started. Typical. We just left. We decided let's do this shorter option, and then tomorrow if we want we can do the longer walk out, and I'll just run back to get the truck. So this rain was forecast, but nothing major. It had held off all day, so we thought that we were going to be lucky. But from this closer car park, it's not even 5 kilometres to the hut, but there's a fun swing bridge to get us onto the trail. And you can see from Google Maps it's a fairly straightforward walk. Where it goes to the white dotted lines, there is actually a marked track.
My mind's a wrecking ball, swinging in between doubts and fears and all the things that I can't see. In a world where all the parts feel incomplete, you're the one and only ever constant thing.
I was hoping that the rain would just disappear, since it didn't seem too heavy to begin with. But it did get heavier, and I guess we got pretty soaked from it sitting on all the small trees that we were brushing past on the track.
You're like nothing I've known. Hold on to me, I hold on to you. You'll always be one thing I can't lose. Of anything I am, and all I'll ever do
finally the hut came into view. It's always such a good feeling when you can see the hut, and the kids, man, they totally get it. They just like raced there as soon as they saw it. Sweet, made it. It was only hour 17, so pretty easy walk. Worst case scenario is you just walk out, when it's like this. It was sunny this morning. Hard to believe that this rain's really settled in. Always like to go sort out the fire option when we get here. There's a bit of firewood here, and there's some in the hut, which is always great etiquette. We always leave plenty of firewood in the hut. Even if it's a bit wet, it can dry out between us and the next people. It's not too cold though. I think when we left on the start of this walk it was 20 degrees, so might be about 17 now. There was a few strong branches in the pile that were pretty hard to break up with the axe, but needed to get a few done.
Gosh, it doesn't want to die. There you go.
But we got our fire going so we could try and dry out our packs and our walking shoes for tomorrow's walk out. And while we were waiting for that rain to clear, what else do you do in the hut? Play a bit of cards.
Steps.
Well, the rain's stopped now and it's definitely warmed up a bit. The firewood pickings are very, very slim out in the bush here. It's been very well picked. I just went across the other side of the river, found a dead tree that I was able to get a few branches off to carry back, but everything's pretty soaked from the rain. But if you ever come this way, then it's pretty hard to get firewood out here. But also, if you're watching from overseas, New Zealand, we're very, very lucky that we've got this massive network of backcountry huts in the forests. And they're pretty well marked trails to get to a lot of them. Some of them are obviously horrendously difficult and climb way up into the mountains. And there are other ones that are really family friendly, like this one, just an hour 15, hour 30-minute walk. I'd say you could do this walk with 3-year-olds. You'd be able to get to the hut, no worries walking. So pretty lucky here. I think there's around 1,500 huts throughout New Zealand. So this is just another one. I'll chuck a link up to the other two overnight hikes that we've done while we've been on the road. I guess the other thing to talk about is backcountry etiquette. When you come out into the country like this, using the bathroom, like at this hut there is a toilet provided. It's just here. It's a long drop toilet, so obviously long drop toilets aren't everybody's favourite, but someone's just gone here. Like, that is a pile of toilet paper. There's the hut. There's the long drop. Like, if you don't want to use the long drop, don't go between the bloody hut and the toilet. Go way out into the bush somewhere, dig a little hole and bury it. Like, that is at least showing some common courtesy to anybody else coming in this area. Like, that's just terrible. Way out in the moonies. So just behind the hut here is this little freshwater stream. But you can see how all the trees as well have been picked well and truly clear of any dead wood that was on them. There's nothing free in here. We've got a little hobbit coming down the hill. What have you found, Tobes?
Quite a bit of firewood.
Bilbo.
Bilbo Baggins.
Oh, and here comes another hobbit. And unfortunately for us, the hunters didn't leave us any meat in the meat safe. So we'll just have to eat our wraps.
Oh, I wanted some stag.
Some stag, some venison.
We have made some wraps for dinner and we bought them in our packs. So we're gonna eat them now. Mine's like a semi squashed as a potato.
Did you only make one?
Why is your t-shirt around the wrong way? Well, a pretty scrumptious dinner for the backcountry. We played some more cards and went to bed having the whole hut to ourselves. It was mid-November when we were here and the hut definitely does get a lot of use. The next morning we packed up and tidied the hut, and wow, what a glorious day it was out there. We'll leave you with a few shots of the forest when the sun's shining. Thanks for coming on our adventure to Kiwiburn Hut, and we will see you in our next adventure.